what can you say about the job that West and Iguodala and Livingston did in particular to start that second quarter, kind of change the game around for you guys?
Yeah, I thought that was the story of the game, was our bench play and the way those guys straightened everything out for us. You know, we gave up 37 points in the first quarter. Defense wasn't there. We were getting carved up. And as usual, that group came in and just settled us down. And then got a lot of good contributions, too. JaVale stayed ready, you know, and played really significant minutes for us tonight. Came in, did an excellent job. Andre, Sean, they were both great. And you know, Clay was really good with that group as well. So it's a nice effort.
Did that feel like almost the same script as last game? Go down 10 early, second quarter you come back, third quarter you blow them out.
Yeah, it felt like we got going a little bit earlier this time. I felt like we played 3 good quarters tonight, you know, pretty much 2 through 4. Whereas the other night it felt like maybe a quarter and a half. But it was the same formula in terms of falling behind early and having to dig our way out of the hole a little bit.
Hey, Steve, right over here. It seemed like JaVale had a good stretch in the third quarter where he got some blocks and he kind of made some plays. What did you see from him today?
Just big energy. I mean, that's what JaVale does. You know, he brings that speed and energy, and he was anticipating plays, got a couple blocks, and ran the floor hard. And the crowd loves him here, and so he brought a lot of juice tonight. That was great.
How was he? You know, he's been in our lineup. How it seems like he's handled that well. How's he handled?
He's handled it well. He's a pro. You know, JaVale's such a good guy, good teammate. Excuse me, this has not been an easy season for him, and things haven't fallen into place. But he's handled it well, and he's stayed ready, as he showed tonight.
Hey, Steve, what does it mean to you? You got 250 wins as a coach, and that was, like, I think, the fastest pace anyone's ever got.
Yeah. It's actually 211. Luke got 39. Raymond has been very clear about that. Raymond continues to point that out every single day. So
why don't you get credit for the playoff? Should be 47.
Yeah. 2 different separate. And can we eliminate the losses that Luke accrued while I was out? There were 4 of them, for God's sakes. I don't know why I have to take those. No, it just means that I inherited a hell of a team with an amazing, talented group of players.
Coach McCaw got the backup minutes for Clay in the first and third quarter. What are you looking for in that spot, because you've been trying guys out, and how do you think he filled that responsibility tonight? Yeah, I thought Patty was good. Both Pat and Nick will continue to play a role. It'll just depend on what we need. You know, if we need, if there's a matchup we like defensively, I may go with Patty. If I think we need scoring and spacing, I may go with Nick. Both guys just have to stay ready.
When David West gets going like that, how much tougher does it make your second unit?
Well, we run so much of our offense through David. You know, he's such a great passer, and obviously he can knock down that shot. He was 6 for 6 tonight. So he seems to be doing that every night. You know, I don't know what he's shooting on the year, probably better than 60%. But he's a huge part of that group. He's kind of the fulcrum of the offense when we play that group together, and does a lot of great things for us.
Did the Klay Thompson poster dunk surprise you like it seemed to
surprise
the whole building?
Yeah. Excited our guys. They love when Klay dunks. So that was he took off from pretty far out. I wasn't sure he was going to get there.
The Spurs, they continue to kind of play well without their full complement of players. What is it about their system, that organization, Pop, that allows them to compete with teams as good as you guys for as long as they do without their main guys?
Just execute all game. I mean, you look at the stats, 30 assists and 10 turnovers tonight. You know, they just don't make many mistakes. Every cut is a hard cut. Every time they catch the ball, they're in an attack mode, and so they're constantly putting pressure on you. And they run good stuff. You know, they've been together for years, so they're very familiar with each other, and put a lot of pressure on you. And they're just they are who they are. You know what's coming, but you know they're going to stay consistent. And you know, here they are in third place in the West. You know, without Kawhi all year.
Steve, with what you've been talking about this past week, which is some of the struggles, when you look at this final week ahead, what do you hope the team can do before the All-Star break?
I hope we can win 2 games. That's about it. No, I like the excuse me. I like the upward trend from the last 2 games, especially the second half of the Dallas game, and then tonight's effort. I think our defense is getting better, and we seem to be finding some better energy. So it'd be great to close the schedule before the break with a couple good efforts defensively. That's the main thing we're looking for.
Coach, so much of what the Spurs do on offense is similar to what you guys do. Does it feel weird to kind of see so much mirroring going back and forth when you're watching them play?
Not really, because obviously I played for Pop and I took a lot of things from him, but so has the whole league. So when I play or when we play against Denver, I see a lot of the same stuff that Denver's doing. I see it with San Antonio. So a lot of people have just taken from the Spurs because they've been the best franchise in the league for 20 years, and they run beautiful stuff, and it's a great way to play basketball.
Steve, along those lines of 250, will you talk to Phil Jackson and let him know that you got there a lot faster, and he had some talent too, obviously. But
I'm going to text him right now. Yeah, I mean, he couldn't do it, and he had Michael Jordan, for God's sakes. So I don't know what Phil's problem was. Yeah, that was the problem. That was like a Raymond Ritter joke right there.